Have you ever met someone who seems to have it all together? Always smiling, confident, full of energy, but something about them felt off? It might sound strange, but this person could be battling something called hidden depression. Yes, you read that right. Someone who looks happy might be carrying a heavy, invisible weight that no one can see. It's paradoxical because the smile you see could be the biggest lie of all. We often judge people by what we see on the surface. If they're smiling, they must be fine. If they seem successful, they must have it all together. But the truth is far more complicated. Hidden depression is sneaky, silent, and sophisticated. It makes people hide their pain behind achievements, perfectionism, and even humor. And here, the shocking part. You could be around someone like this right now and not even realize it. In this video, you'll discover 10 revealing signs that someone might be secretly depressed. Some are subtle, others may surprise even the closest friends. By paying attention, you can not only understand the people around you better, but also offer support before it's too late. Get ready to see what's been hidden right in front of your eyes. Chapter 1. Feel emotions on a deeper level. It's fascinating how some people seem to experience life more intensely than others. Sometimes a simple question or comment triggers an emotional response that feels over the top. This doesn't mean the person is overreacting. It's because they carry so much inside that every little thing feels magnified. It's like their heart is always on the verge of breaking, even while the smile stays in place. This emotional depth can show up both in tears and in bursts of affection. Someone may be extremely loving one moment, then suddenly plunged into sadness the next. It's like a roller coaster of feelings with no warning signs. Those around them often don't understand. But this intensity reflects a life lived at full volume internally, where every emotion counts. A practical example, maybe you've seen a friend cry over a song that didn't seem emotional to anyone else, or get upset over a comment that felt harmless. That behavior is a clue that something deeper is going on. And this intense emotional experience sets the stage for the next signs, revealing just how heavy life can feel when everything must be kept hidden. Chapter 2. Become less positive and optimistic. It's easy to notice when someone who used to be lighthearted and cheerful suddenly carries a heavier view of life. What was once a joke now sounds like criticism. What was once hope now comes laced with doubt. This shift isn't random. Internally, they may be battling dark thoughts that make optimism fade bit by bit. People in this state often start seeing the world through a cynical lens. Phrases like, "nothing really matters" or "everything goes wrong anyway" begin to slip into conversation, even jokingly. But beneath the surface, it's their mind trying to process a heavy load. This negativity doesn't mean a lack of intelligence or resilience at a coping mechanism for inner pain. It's a clear example. Someone who used to encourage others to chase their dreams might suddenly make sarcastic or discouraging remarks. That's the inner hope being eroded. And as that pessimism takes root, it often pushes them toward another pattern. An obsession with being the best, as if perfection could fill the emptiness left by optimism. Chapter 3. Obsess over being the best when inner pain takes hold. Some people try to compensate by diving headfirst into work or achievements. The drive to be the best at their jobs, studies, or even minor tasks isn't just ambition. It's a way to quiet the noise inside. Overworking becomes almost a form of anesthesia for the mind. In practice, this can look like someone staying late at the office unnecessarily, piling on extra projects, or pushing themselves past reasonable limits. Each accomplishment gives temporary relief, but the anguish quickly returns, demanding another goal, another achievement. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much they pour in, it's never enough. From the outside, this looks like discipline, dedication, and motivation. But behind the performance, it's a form of escape. The more they push, the further they drift from the simple joys that used to bring pleasure. And that sets the stage for something even more visible. Sudden, unpredictable mood swings that reveal the inner instability this perfectionism tries to hide. Chapter 4. Have sudden mood swings. Depression doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it comes out as anger, irritability, or sudden emotional shifts. The calm, composed person you knew yesterday can erupt like a volcano over what seems like a minor issue. This isn't impatience, it's the result of bottled up emotions that can't find release. These emotional outbursts can be alarming for everyone involved. Small delay, a misunderstood comment, or even a glance can trigger a reaction that feels completely disproportionate. To the observer, it seems like an overreaction. But what feels small to others is actually just the spark that ignites an internal powder keg. Think of it like a soda bottle that's been shaken. Everything looks normal until the cap pops off, and then it all explodes. That's exactly how someone who's trying to maintain appearances while carrying deep pain behaves. And when this pattern repeats, they often turn to substances like alcohol or drugs to try to find quick relief. Chapter 5. Turn to alcohol or drugs. When inner pain gets too heavy, some people seek relief externally. Alcohol, drugs, or even excessive medication use can become temporary escapes. It rarely starts abruptly. First, it's a drink to relax, then to forget, and before long it becomes a habit. This isn't about having fun, it's a silent cry for help. The problem is that these quick fixes only offer temporary relief and come with a heavy cost. The body weakens, the mind dulls, and relationships strain. It's like using a thin blanket in freezing weather. It keeps you warm for a moment, but the chill always returns stronger. Often dependency takes hold because the person simply can't manage the internal weight without something external. Outsiders may assume it's just lack of responsibility or overindulgence, but it's rarely that simple. It's a disguised SOS, signaling an inner battle. This battle often bleeds into another area: difficulty concentrating, remembering, and staying mentally sharp. Chapter 6. Struggle with focus and attention. One of the quietest signs of hidden depression is trouble focusing. Their mind feels like a radio tuned to multiple stations at once. None clear. Someone who was once organized forgets appointments, misses deadlines, and struggles in even simple conversations. It's not carelessness, it's their brain exhausted from carrying heavy thoughts. Forgetfulness shows up in daily life. They may schedule lunch and completely forget, or reread the same page in a book multiple times without absorbing anything. This creates frustration because they know they're failing, which only compounds their sense of inadequacy. The mental slowness often shows in the body as well. Slower speech, delayed reactions, drained energy. It's like trying to drive through thick fog. You can see a little of the road, but never enough to feel safe. And in this state, another struggle emerges: feeling guilty about asking for help, even when seeking support could relieve some of the burden. Chapter 7. Feel guilty asking for help. Asking for help may seem simple, but for someone with hidden depression, it's a quiet act of courage. Often they will mention something is wrong, only to dismiss it. It's nothing, or don't worry, I've got this. This isn't pride, it's fear of burdening others and shame about their struggles. These half-hearted requests are like small bridges that are immediately burned. Friends or family may notice something is off, but the person retreats, apologizes, and resumes their mask of normalcy. This cycle is exhausting and often leads to more visible symptoms, like dramatic behavior or subtle self-isolation. For example, someone might hesitate to ask for guidance on an important decision, silently piling on frustration and anxiety. This pattern often leads to another behavior, constantly trying to appear happy, as if smiling could hide the chaos inside. Chapter 8. Try to appear happy. A constant smile can be the heaviest mask someone wears. Outwardly, everything seems fine. Laughter, cheerful messages, apparent enthusiasm. But inside, there's a storm of feelings that no one sees. This isn't just social strategy. It's an attempt to convince themselves everything is okay, even when it's not. Many create excuses to avoid meetings or social interactions just so no one notices the sadness behind the smile. It's a constant performance. Others see joy while the mind is crumbling. Imagine an actor giving a perfect performance while the stage around them collapses. This is exactly what it feels like. The mask usually falls when they're alone. The smile fades, and the bottled-up emotions come out in tears, anger, or quiet sadness. This often leads to another subtle sign: withdrawing from social contact almost unconsciously as a way to protect themselves from the world noticing their pain. Chapter 9. Subtly isolate themselves. One of the quietest signs of hidden depression is gradual social withdrawal. It's rarely sudden. Instead, it shows up as declined invitations, slow responses, or preferring to stay home without giving reasons. This distancing is a self-protection strategy, preventing others from seeing their inner struggles. Outwardly, everything seems fine, but inside, loneliness weighs heavily. They may feel no one can truly understand their pain, increasing emotional isolation. It's like walking through a crowd invisible to everyone. People are around, but no one really sees them. Even small gestures of closeness can be met with resistance because forming bonds feels like too much effort. In practice, someone who once participated in everything may now avoid events, conversations, or even short chats. This pattern leads to the final sign: persistent fatigue and loss of energy, which impacts both body and mind and makes daily life feel like a constant uphill battle. Chapter 10. Persistent fatigue and loss of energy. One of the most obvious effects of hidden depression is constant exhaustion. Even after sleep, they don't feel rested. Every simple task feels like climbing a mountain. This ISNT laziness sits a body and mind drained by emotions that aren't acknowledged. This fatigue shows up in all areas. Getting out of bed feels heavy, daily chores seem impossible, and even small routines like cooking or tidying become monumental tasks. The energy that once felt natural is gone, leaving a constant sense of weariness. It's like walking through quicksand. Every step takes more effort than it should. This ongoing exhaustion can impact appearance, mood, and mental clarity. What starts as temporary tiredness turns into a continuous state of depletion, affecting productivity, relationships, and overall well-being. Combined with the other signs, emotions, pessimism, perfectionism, mood swings, substance use, lack of focus, guilt, masking, and isolation, it creates a cycle that's hard to break without awareness and support. Conclusion: now that you know these 10 signs of someone possibly being secretly depressed, it's time to reflect. Could you or someone close to you be showing any of these patterns? Observation alone isn't enough. Taking action makes all the difference. A simple gesture, a sincere conversation, or guiding someone to professional support could completely change a life that's quietly struggling. Ask yourself, how many times have we held back help out of fear of bothering someone? How often do we ignore subtle signals thinking it'll pass? If the roles were reversed, wouldn't you want someone to notice and reach out? These questions are uncomfortable but necessary, because only by looking beyond appearances can we truly make a difference. If this content resonated with you, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This way, you'll keep learning how to spot the signs, understand people better, and apply strategies that truly matter. Remember, paying attention to the little things could save someone you care about, maybe even without realizing it.